High Commissioner, thanks so much for joining SBS.
Thank you for having me.
This G20 is going to have a significant climate focus, and there is a push to see countries sign up to more renewables over the next decade. India, though, is very reliant on coal at the moment. So what role does India need to play, and what kind of additional concessions will the host nation come to this conference with?
Well, we are a country of 1.4 billion people. We are a country that is on the march to development. There are parts of India and parts of Indian society that are getting power for the first time, in generations. We are also a country that has shown the adoption of renewables is possible. We are a country that fulfilled its Paris commitments years ahead in time. So we are very ambitious on this. So I wouldn't focus just on the fact that we still need to use coal, because we are a country of 1.4 billion, and I would love to be able to transit overnight to renewables. But that's obviously not going to happen. It takes time, it takes resources, it takes finance. But we are very much on the path of not just fulfilling our commitments, but raising our ambition and fulfilling what we can ahead of time.
How much of a blow to the power of this summit is the news that President Xi will not be attending?
Well, I would call it a blow to the summit. These are...
to the power of what is negotiated, to not have the Chinese president at the
table. Sure, but I think the last time I checked, the G20 was a group of countries and not just a group of leaders.
So in terms of what can be achieved, do you think that the Chinese president's view is not what's required here? It's a representative of the Chinese government that you need?
Well, I'm sure the Chinese government's position will be reflected in whatever the representative is saying.
In terms of the situation at the Himalayan border, what is India's fear about the potential for that situation between India and China to escalate?
It has obviously impacted that relationship in a significant manner. We have been quite clear that bilateral relations cannot possibly be normalized until the status quo ante is restored. We are talking with China in various mechanisms that exist to be able to achieve that. And in the meantime, we have stepped up in the last 3 years our defense preparedness, our border infrastructure.
Can I take you to the BRICS grouping and the role that it's now going to play? I wonder, does India at the moment see economic development and human rights as being intrinsically linked, or do you think that economic development agreements can happen without human rights being a central part of the discussion?
Well, we are a democracy. We believe in freedoms and liberties and human rights. We have very strong institutions within India guarding those very jealously, a free press, an independent judiciary, all of that. I think both are important. It's not and it should not be an either or. Economic development is obviously very important because there are still far too many poor people and people left behind and not enjoying the fruits of progress or modernity or globalization or the 21st century promise. So it's important to focus on economic development, but it's equally important to preserve human rights and civil liberties.
We do see in the lead up to the G20 a focus from Amnesty International on the broader question of human rights in India, asking nations attending the G20 leaders meeting to raise allegations of human rights violations in Kashmir, the detention and persecution of human rights defenders and journalists. What is India's response to those concerns?
Well, Amnesty International comes up with these allegations quite regularly against India, very often based on all manner of reports and stories, not necessarily accurate. So I don't think I want to dignify their statements with any comment.
Would you say that you disagree that there is any evidence of those activities taking place in Kashmir?
We completely disagree that India is incapable of taking care of human rights within its borders.